Funniest kid in our school roast battle. Finally got roasted back, and nobody saw it coming. When I was in high school, there was one guy everyone knew not to mess with during lunch. His name was Trevor, but most people just called him Roast God. If you sat near his table and said something even slightly dumb, he would turn it into a 5-minute comedy routine that had the entire cafeteria laughing. Trevor wasn't a bully exactly. He never started fights or anything like that. But if you gave him an opening, even by accident, he would destroy you with jokes. The crazy part was that he was actually really smart and quick. Teachers liked him, but they hated when lunch got loud because everyone would gather around his table, waiting to see who the next victim was. One Monday, a new kid transferred into our school. His name was Daniel. Quiet kid, tall, skinny glasses, the kind of guy who clearly didn't want attention. Unfortunately for him, he sat down right across from Trevor. On his first day, you could literally see Trevor's brain start working the moment he noticed him. The entire table went silent because everyone knew what was about to happen. Trevor leaned forward with that little grin he always had before starting. Yo, who invited the human bookmark to lunch? The table burst out laughing. Daniel just kept eating. Trevor wasn't done though. Nah, seriously bro, if you stand sideways and stick out your tongue, people might start using you to save their page. More laughter. Daniel still didn't react. At that point, people around the cafeteria started paying attention. When Trevor roasted someone, it usually turned into a full show. Trevor leaned back in his chair like he was warming up. Yo, somebody feed this man. One strong wind and he's gone. People were laughing so hard one guy actually dropped his milk carton. Daniel finally looked up. Not angry, not embarrassed, just calm. He wiped his mouth with a napkin and looked Trevor dead in the eyes. Are you done? The whole table went quiet. Nobody ever asked Trevor that. Trevor smirked. Oh, you wanna play now? Daniel nodded slowly. Sure. Trevor cracked his knuckles dramatically like a comedian about to go on stage. All right then, let's hear what you got. Daniel took a sip of water first, completely relaxed. Then he said something nobody expected. You're actually pretty funny. Trevor blinked. The table blinked. Daniel continued. You've got timing, confidence. People laugh at everything you say. Trevor smiled bigger. Yeah, I know. Daniel leaned